Morning show back in the building. Sorry about last week, man. We had a little technical difficulty, and that's okay. Technical difficulties happen along the way. I mean, it's all right. 02. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just sending this text real quick. Sorry, lounge is. I hope everybody's weekend was good. I hope everybody had a good time. I sure had a quiet, peaceful time. All right, I'm back in the building. Hey, you already know what it is. The ZoWhat morning show been going since 2012. And we've had many different iterations of it. I'm exceedingly excited about what is to come. Got a lot of good things on deck. Got a lot of good things rolling, finally. And you already know what it is. Before we get into community and before we get into the current events, we usually go community empowerment. And I've got some things that I want to promote. Namely, we wanted to promote this thing last week, but we're going to promote it this week. Or we actually talked about it last week, but we're really going to promote it this week. We need everybody. We have a month relationship masterclass I've done in 2 years. The last one I did was in 2022, 2021, something like that. So it's been 2 years. So we're doing a masterclass, or I'm doing a masterclass, August 3rd through the 4th. Can you pull up? That's the masterclass. It's called the Relationship ER. What is the link for that? Because we want people to go there right now and sign up. Let me just say, registration is limited. So do not hem and haw and hope and a ha and a hey shana. Don't. I need you to get to this link, onestream.tv/the relationship ER. ER, of course, is emergency room. Right? And we're going to talk about a great many things over 2 days. We've created a whole PowerPoint curriculum for this masterclass. And all my ride or dies, all my people who say, yo, we with Zoe Williams, we rock with Zoe. I've been learning from you for 20 years, and you know, you saved my marriage, you did this, you did. Yo, sign up. Because what I'm not telling you about this particular masterclass, I've been holding on to new ideas that I've been cultivating over the past 3 years, right? And the reason why I've been holding on to these ideas, because, you know, once you start talking about them, it gets out into the, you know, YouTube world, and, you know, everybody says, I agree with that, or I disagree with that, and then they start parroting what you say. So I have, like, doggedly held on to some of these concepts that I will be revealing in this masterclass. And I do a radio show with Tavis Smiley, you know, every day, Monday through Thursday. I do this radio show, and I've been holding back these concepts because I'm writing my 5th book, which is coming along excellently. And within this masterclass, I'm going to be revealing the tenets of that 5th book. And when I tell you, it's going to be amazing. So do not play with this one. This is a powerful masterclass. And this is what I pride myself on. I hate being like, sounding like, looking like, acting like, being perceived like anybody else. I like to approach things from an original and fresh perspective. This relationship masterclass and subsequent book is going to challenge everything I've ever written before. That's how amazing the whole concept is around these books, around these masterclasses. I don't do anything unless I have a really strong concept that people can digest and kind of process and understand and get something out of. So I'm telling you now, sign up to the Relationship ER, onestream.tv/the Relationship ER. Now, as is commonplace, you already know, I'm promoting, and let me just say this, I got a bag of He Is Risen, but I'm not promoting He Is Risen right now, just for this week, because I'm catching up on the orders. I shipped out a gang of orders last week. People have been emailing me saying they've gotten their package. Great. I still have a few more packages to catch up on. I'm getting those packages out to you, all right? So instead of incurring more lag time by promoting He Is Risen, I'm just going to hold on for a second, get these orders out. I only got a few more left. I only have somebody. Let me hold on one second. What was that? Hey, James M. Jones, man, thank you for the Cash App. Listen, if you want to Cash App me right now, like James M. Jones just did, all you got to do is hit $ZoWhat Netter. I appreciate the support. The support gets us through. Monday is our busiest day because I got 2 shows on Monday. But I won't be doing a show today. I won't be doing the KBLA show today because I got to go to Fresno to pick up my granddaughter. So, hey, it's Papa time.
That's right.
It's Papa do-run time. I got to go pick up my granddaughter in Fresno. Got to go do that. But yeah, if you guys want to support, hey, Jasiri, you got an order that's pending. I got you. I got you, Jasiri. I just want you to know that. I got you. Jasiri just hit me with a Cash App. Hey, everybody get to your Cash App. Show your support right now. Go to $ZoWhat Netter. Support. But I'm really interested in you guys getting at us for the masterclass. When I tell you the masterclass is going to be different, do we have a video promoting the masterclass? Can we see that video? Can they hear the audio?
Everybody ain't your soulmate. Everybody ain't your person. Everybody ain't your twin flame. Everybody don't love you. Some of your friends is trying to kill you. I'm handing out free game. Women and men have incredible intuition, but mostly you find neither one of us ever listen. We never pay attention to it. We fuck up and then we act like we meant to do it. We react without acknowledging the fact that we act exactly like whatever we hate. We attract what we vibrate. We lash out in a volatile mind state. We cultivate that shit and let it migrate. We love to hate. Watch what you vibrate. You are in control of the choices you make. They will dictate the journey of your soul. The things you release and the things that you hold. For wisdom is better than gold.
Hey, let it play again. Let it play one more again. Everybody ain't your soulmate. Everybody ain't your person. Everybody ain't your twin flame. Everybody don't love you. Some of your friends is trying to kill you. I'm handing out free game. Women and men have incredible intuition, but mostly you find neither one of us ever listen. We never pay attention to it. We fuck up and then we act like we meant to do it. We react without acknowledging the fact that we act exactly like whatever we hate. We attract what we vibrate. We lash out in a volatile mind state. We cultivate that shit and let it migrate. We love to hate. Watch what you vibrate. You are in control of the choices you make. They will dictate the journey of your soul. The things you release and the things that you hold. For wisdom is better than gold. Yo, what up? Hey, that's fire right there. That's fire right there. And you know who that is rhyming. That's the homeboy Truth.
What up?
Y'all remember Truth? Come on. My homeboy since we was 12.
Everybody ain't your soulmate. Everybody ain't your person. Everybody ain't your twin flame. Everybody don't love you. Some of your friends is trying to kill you. I'm handing out free game. Women and men have incredible intuition, but most of you find neither one of us ever listen. We never pay attention to it. We fuck up and then we act like we meant to do it. We react without acknowledging the fact that we act exactly like whatever we hate. We attract what we vibrate. We lash out in a volatile mind state. We cultivate that shit and let it migrate. We love to hate. Watch what you vibrate. You are in control.
Right.
That music is sold. You get it streamed on just about anywhere.
That's right. I was a part of that.
Yeah, the Grumpy Old Dude album. The artist is Truth, artist activism. That's me. You know, my daughter was complaining that I talked about young hip hoppers too much, so I made an album just displaying my differences.
Somebody said it's fire. I remember his song "Boycott Christmas."
That was way back then.
Yeah,
that was the joint back then.
We had everybody's in here talking about Back on T Radio V.
That's what's up.
Come on, man. They love that truth work.
And I appreciate it. I'll send you some more, man.
Somebody's like, oh, okay, that's him. Hey, do you have some grumpy old men we could play?
I don't know. Should I send it to her while we talking?
Yeah.
I can shoot you some of that.
Man. Y'all go find his album, Grumpy Old Men.
No, the Grumpy Old Dude album.
The Grumpy Old Dude
album. It's an acronym,
album.
G-O-D.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Double entendre?
I mean, come on.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. So again, don't forget, support RussellHerbals.com. 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 Support ShepherdSweets.com. Support BealSauce.com. And then I want everybody to make a rush to Total Package Energy. All right? It's the end of the month. I love to see that black-owned business get boosted up. All of these black-owned businesses, I'd love to see them get boosted up. This is why we bring in people like Dr. Russell. Dr. Russell was here a couple weeks ago. Really good, really happy to have, you know, one of the elders in the building with so much wisdom, with so much knowledge, with so much understanding. Just very happy to have that brother here alive to share his wealth of knowledge. And in the Ifa tradition, there is an Orisha called Osayin. Osayin was the herbalist, right? And whenever I get a chance to sit with Dr. Russell, he reminds me of that Orisha Osayin, because this is, you know, he was the herbalist in the Orisha pantheon, and he knew what to eat to get you well, right? To keep you well, to get you strong, to keep you strong. And that's what I love about Dr. Russell. He's like the real life version of Osayin. So please continue to support RussellHerbals.com. Continue to support ShepherdSweets.com. These are black-owned businesses, right? And we want to see them win. That's why we promote them. Also, there was a brother from Newark who sent me some edibles. Now, he sent me like a pound cake edible, and he sent me some kind of like, what are those little squares made of cereal called?
Oh, Rice Krispie treats?
It wasn't a Rice Krispie treat, but it was like a cereal.
What kind of edibles you talking about, Zo?
It was, so he sent like edibles.
Right.
He sent it and was like, yo, check it out and tell me if you like it.
Right.
So I'm paranoid.
I mean, is it THC in these edibles, that kind of edible?
I believe so.
Well, you know, unless you have a history of use.
No, last night, I'm just in the crib by myself. I'm watching Game of Thrones and Star Wars, Acolyte. I'm catching up on shit.
Right.
And I took a couple of nibbles, you know, off the edible.
Right.
But I already recognize, I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is for. Are you deleting that? Or is it just up there? Okay. So I don't know, why. Anyway, I didn't had an experience with damn edibles before, and it fucked me up, and I was like, never.
Right.
So like I said, I'm a little paranoid. So what I do is I taste it, and then I start thinking the wildest shit. I start thinking somebody's trying to kill me.
Just after tasting it?
My whole thought was, what the fuck? Like, why would you send
me some shit like this?
And I get it.
Right.
I'm testing a product.
Right.
So I nibble on it just a little bit. Because I done had a fucked up situation.
Right. Them edibles sometimes hit you wrong. Give you a bad trip.
So I take a couple nibbles of it, and then I say, that's enough. Don't you nibble. Don't you take a real man-sized bite of this shit. Because that's how you get caught up in edibles.
Right.
You eat shit. Like I had a pack of donuts today. Hostess donuts. You know, come in 6.
Right.
I fucked 6 donuts up in 5 minutes.
But that ain't no edible though, bro.
I'm just saying, but how men eat, you just eat
right,
shit.
You just eat. Right.
Fuck it then. You just eat. So I had to make sure I had to tiptoe eat with this edible last night.
Right.
So I ate a little bit of it. 30 minutes later, I didn't have no feeling. I felt like, oh, well, that shit, maybe I didn't eat enough. That shit didn't do nothing. So I finished watching my TV shows. I go to bed. And when I went to bed is when it hit.
So they had you dreaming some bullshit.
Nah, because if you have an edible, nigga,
right?
You know when it kick in, because when you move, even if you in the bed, it's like your movement is delayed.
I don't fuck with edibles.
It's like you move and then your spirit move afterwards.
Yeah, see, I don't know nothing about that shit.
So your body will move and then your spirit be like, hold on. Then it'll move like. And when that little sensation started happening, I said, okay.
Right. Some psychedelic bullshit going on.
I said, let me put on some fucking meditation shit because I might be able to get deeper into it. I put that shit on, then I went to sleep. Right. So it actually did work, and I'm just saying this to say, brother, you got a good product.
That shit fire.
It actually worked. I was like, oh, and I went to sleep.
Shit fire.
Somebody said, so what's glitching? I went to sleep too. Like I went out.
That's wild stuff.
So I was like, all right, cool. That was good, But again, I'm hella skeptical of shit.
Right.
So I didn't want to like down the whole shit. I was like, I don't know this person. Just sending me some airlock shit. Like
here, taste these.
No.
Tell me what you think.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a good product. It actually works. Hey, do me a favor. Everybody's got to support. We got over 200 people in here right now. Imagine if we got 50 people to sign up to my new masterclass.
For real though.
My masterclass is going to change the game.
That's going to be fire.
It really is. And I brought my brother, Poet, in to help me with it. He's the one who created a lot of the promos that you guys are seeing. He's the one that's rapping. If you guys remember Truth, I used to play his music all the time on, the T-Radio V version of the ZoWhat morning show. Listen. Go to onestream.tv/The Relationship ER. This is my new masterclass. I haven't done a masterclass, like I said, in 2 years. This is going to be held August 3rd and 4th. All right? It's going to be exceptional. And before I used to hold these masterclasses in my crib, you just get on Zoom and everybody, tap in. I got dressed up and blurred my background. But we're doing it here at OneStream, where we got the big green screen and, you know, the LED screen. It's going to be fly because we got an entire interactive curriculum that we've put together. When I tell you over the 2 days, you're going to be blown away. You're going to be blown away. Sign up now. Sign up now. Go to onestream.tv / the relationship ER. We're trying to get as many people to support this as possible. And I know you've been getting the information for free, but this is different. That's why we're charging for it. This is different. I've been holding on to this information for over the last, like I said, 2-3 years. So please support, do your best. All right, let's get some of these topics before we get into our main topic. Here we go. All right. I want to shout out the legend, Sika. Basically, he's the godfather of Lamar Park. He died, 83 years old. Everybody who know anything about Lamar Park know about Sika. He, you know, godfather. He died on Saturday.
Rest in peace, brother.
Everybody used to go there and get their nose rings from him. Like, you know, you get your piercings, all of that. He was an artist, master jeweler, community activist, and business owner. Referred to as the godfather of Lamar Park. You know, he died on Saturday. He was 83. His daughter, Milan, posted on Sunday on his Instagram, "My heart is broken," to share that Sika is our ancestor, our newest ancestor now. Thank you, everyone, for Wednesday. That was the most beautiful send-off imaginable. He received his flowers while he was here, and we should be proud as a community. He loved you, Lamar Park. No cause of death was given. Now, let me shift real quick and tie a lot of this in. Juneteenth, Kendrick. He did his pop-out concert. Everybody that is anybody showed up. And not only did he do the pop-out concert, he also, you know, connected the gangs. A lot of sets, a lot of sections was on that stage, was represented on that stage. And he utilized this moment to really galvanize his position when he said, you know, I'm not just talking, I'm what the culture feeling. The whole culture of hip-hop, especially in particular West Coast hip-hop, was influenced and impacted by what he did with his pop-out concert. Everybody's excited about it. I'm excited about it. And mark my words, niggas are going to find a way to hate.
That's what niggas do.
That's what niggas do, right? Niggas gonna find a way to hate. You know, I said this before. I'm seeing a lot of hate coming from the East Coast, even with this nebulous ass kind of breakdown. You know, of, you know, I don't like his cadence. I don't like the West Coast cadence. You loved Ice Cube's West Coast cadence.
Right. You
love E40's West Coast cadence. You love Too Short's West Coast cadence. What it is a lot of motherfuckers don't want to give up the fact that the coldest lyricist in the game right now is from the West Coast.
Got to deal with it.
This is a Pulitzer Prize winning writer. This is not a dog, a rat, a hat, a cat type ass MC. It's not. And a lot of people want to, you know, detract, you know, from his star power. The brothers out here unifying hoods, unifying sections, bringing people together. And even if it's just symbolic, okay, he did more than you did.
Absolutely.
So, you know, he leveraged his position to the best of his ability. And I think sometimes we got to stop judging people for what they didn't do and judge them based on what they did do. Meaning, we can find every little aspect of what should have happened or what could have happened or what it would have been nice if this would have happened too.
Right.
Let's just be happy that the motherfucker did what he did and what he could do, right?
He can't please everybody. I mean,
that's it.
You know, some people just like what they like.
Right. So, galvanized the West Coast. You know, DeMar DeRozan, Russell Westbrook, everybody out here.
Right.
Everybody
LeBron
on
James.
stage. LeBron James, everybody on stage. Well, LeBron James ain't really here. He from Cleveland.
Well, yeah.
He only here, like, he on a pass.
He for the check.
You understand what I'm saying? He on a visa here. Motherfucker, DeMar DeRozan is from Compton.
Right.
You understand? Russell Westbrook went to, what's the motherfucker's? He went to Lusinger. Huh? He went to Lusinger. Like, we know what's up with them. Those LA dudes. Okay? So, LeBron, he visited. He a Laker. He got a purple and gold passport.
Right.
So we understand that. He visited. But, and that's another thing I want to say. I talk to a lot of people. I have spoken with a lot of people that are not from here, and they have this jaded perspective about Los Angeles being Hollywood.
Not all of it.
Like,
Just Hollywood.
just Hollywood. Like, they'll be like, and the people from California, he'd be like, do you recognize how big California is? Every one of y'all little ass states can fit in this bitch.
Except maybe Texas.
It's 40 million plus here, more than any other state.
Yeah.
Texas might be as big, but it's not as populous.
True that.
The point being is that it's a lot of different kind of folk here. And like Sika, known as an ancestor, everybody loved him, right? Known as the Lamert Park legend. Everybody know what he's about.
It's a revered elder.
That's not the perception that people get when they think about the West Coast or when they think about Los Angeles and Los Angeles blacks.
Mm-hmm.
Los Angeles blackness in LA runs deep, and it runs a long time ago. So a lot of people have these misnomers and misconceptions about the black folk out here. You got the gang culture. That's one aspect of black folk. You got the Hollywood culture. That's another aspect of black folk here. You got listen, do you know most of the Hollywood motherfuckers that are black aren't even from here?
Right. The transplants. For
Most
real.
of these niggas is from somewhere else. Come here talking about LA niggas. It's you. It's you niggas. Cause if you fuck with real LA folk, you'll know. Niggas from Compton, different.
Yeah. Niggas from Pasadena.
Niggas from Pasadena, different. Niggas from Watts, different. Niggas from Pomona, different.
Right.
Niggas from Rancho Cucamonga, IE, Fontana, some different niggas. It's all spread the fuck out.
Right.
So when you talk this Hollywood shit, you're talking a very small amount of it. We was raised in San Gabriel Valley.
Right.
San Gabriel Valley is the valley to the east of the valley that you motherfuckers see on TV. Oh, I'm a valley girl. That shit is to the west of us. That's San Fernando Valley.
Right.
Where do most of the transplants have to move when they come here to wait they're waiters and waitresses while they're waiting to get their shot? Where do they move? They move to San Fernando Valley. Why? Because it's cheaper. Mm-hmm. You can't just live anywhere. So take your ass to San Fernando.
Right.
Go wait tables or strip or do whatever it is you do to pay your rent, and then audition and hoe. There's some hoeing going on in order to keep the bills.
Just a little bit.
Right? Go do that.
Smidgen.
And we raised in the valley to the east of San Fernando.
Right.
That's San Gabriel.
Right. You gotta have a little more money to live there.
So no, but watch this. Nigga, is it the first time? When was the first time you heard? Well, I live in the valley. I don't go past Wilshire. That's what I heard it from niggas.
Some different kind of niggas.
These are the Hollywood niggas that they talking about.
And Bougettos.
The Bougettos who live in the valley, and it's like, but you live in a portion of the valley where you can live. Like, you don't live in Encino,
Right.
walking distance from Michael's house.
Right.
You don't live.
You can't live there.
You don't live in Encino, nigga. Like,
Right.
you live. You live off Roscoe, nigga. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And it be the black folk that come out here from somewhere else that be acting Hollywood.
Right.
Like, you really don't know. Listen, how many times we've been in the Valley? Remember we had the studio up there.
Right. We brought one now.
The Valley didn't even have a lot of black food. And then you'd hear black people who lived in the Valley saying, well, you got to go west of Wilshire or south of Wilshire to see the black folk and get because that's Inglewood, that's Compton, that's Crenshaw, that's Hawthorne. That's where the black people are. That's where the hoods are too, though.
Right. Fuck around, find out.
You fuck around and we'll find out. And you got to understand, because there's so many people, it really does the black people of Southern California a disservice when you lump everybody into the TMZ 30-mile radius, 30-mile zone. Not everybody here is on that Hollywood shit.
Right.
You understand? We got different cultures, different types of folks from all over. So what Kendrick did by uniting all of these different people is you got to understand, in Southern California alone, 27 million people.
Damn.
Shit, the state of New York is 18 million.
27 just in Southern California?
Just in Southern California is 27 million people.
Damn.
So, like, motherfuckers be judging, like, oh, you Hollywood ass niggas. You will come out here and you will find out a different reality if you stay on that bullshit.
Don't let the smooth taste fool
Don't
you.
let the smooth taste fool you at all. And just because you comfortable in a particular hood, like, they have allowed you to come through and it's been relatively quiet and you ain't heard or seen nothing, don't think it can't change on a dime. Nigga find out where you at. Nigga find out what you doing. I'm just letting you know it's a different situation. So I'm very proud of what Kendrick did. To me, this is the greatest battle rap ever. What are your thoughts?
I ain't never seen nothing like this. I mean, it wasn't that competitive, you know.
It wasn't competitive.
It wasn't competitive, so it wasn't like, you know, I wasn't entertained by the conflict, but I enjoyed every record that Kendrick put out. I enjoyed the double and triple entendres. I enjoyed the mind games. Dude is different, on some next level thinking.
Yeah.
That's a smart dude.
And I'm gonna be honest. If Rakim, KRS, Kane, LL, Kool Moe Dee, all those guys, if those niggas are the Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminators, this nigga is the new
liquid dude.
The liquid nigga. He the new.
For real.
He the new.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing.
And I know a lot of times youngsters be like, y'all old niggas won't give the youngsters no credit. Nah, you got to give him. This dude is different.
But then you got to think about that though. Okay, him, J. Cole, right?
Yeah.
That's top of the mountain. Then you got a whole bunch of mumble fucks all the way down.
I think you're missing a few more, man.
Okay, but then we can only go maybe 5-6 deep.
Yeah.
And then we mumbling our ass off.
Lupe Fiasco.
Dope.
That motherfucker is retarded.
Right.
Joyner Lucas.
But for some reason, those are your top lyricists and often your top sales, right?
Royce the 5'9".
Right, but Royce been doing this for 320 years.
I know, but that motherfucker is ridiculous.
Right, yeah.
Let me just say, you ain't gonna never be able to change the narrative. Stupid people are the masses. That's just...
Well, then who puts Kendrick and J. Cole at the top if stupid people are the masses?
Lyricists.
Right.
Niggas who know what the game actually is.
But I mean, are these niggas buying music? These lyricists, these astute artists or these listeners? Or is it that the actual industry floods you with that mumble shit.
No,
You know?
the industry is gonna sell what sells. That's always been the case. The industry is, listen, the music industry is like anything else.
But you would think that a lot more artists would follow your top sales. They'd
No.
follow a J. Cole as far as stylistically.
No.
You don't think so?
J. Cole don't sell more records than motherfucking Migos.
No, that's goddamn true.
What the fuck? Or Cardi B or
Right.
or now Sexy Red.
Right, that's what sells, but when you talk about accolades and whatnot, they always go to the same top 2 or 3, which is what they was arguing about in the first place.
Hey man, we live in a nation of savages.
Absolutely.
You can't eat an accolade.
Right. right.
That's one of the disses that Drake said. Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody go get him a Grammy right now. To me, that's what I say. Okay, Drake, you finna. Oh, you fighting back, my nigga. Oh.
Right.
I knew he was gonna get dusted.
Right, but that was decent.
Somebody go get him a Grammy right now, right? We live in a society that don't give a fuck about. First off, it's anti-intellectual.
Right. Anti-artist.
This man, when you have motherfuckers say, "Oh man, it's just a bunch of deep ass words," that's a sign of stupid people.
That's a bunch of stupid motherfuckers.
That when they say, "Oh, you just using a gang of big words,"
I don't know what they mean. I'm not going to bother to find out.
so you know what the invert of that is?
Damn.
Like the invert of that is, say it simple.
Right.
Why do I have to say it simple?
Put it on my level so I can
So
understand.
simple motherfuckers can understand.
Right.
So do you correlate when you hear keep it simple, stupid? KISS, keep it simple, stupid. That's corporate America. That's big business. We got to keep information simple so the simple-minded can digest it.
Right.
So now it's anti-intellectual when you hear somebody say, "Oh, nigga, you just like using big words, nigga. That shit don't impress me, nigga." When you hear somebody, book read, what? Reading books don't mean that. Yes, even psychologists will tell you there's 3 types of learning. Actually, there's more, but they break down 3 of them. And one of those types of learning is what we call in the street, street knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Even psychology recognizes, nigga, street knowledge, experiential knowledge.
Right.
That's some valuable shit. Even the psychologist recognizes you. But you would be dumb if you didn't recognize psychology.
What's the best place to hide something from a nigga?
In a book.
Right.
They'd have been, nigga, you ain't impressed nobody reading books. What?
Right.
So you got to remember, man, a lot of that came with the Kendrick diss.
Right.
All these triple entendres and all these mazes and codes you got to figure. That's because you're dealing with an actual writer
Right.
who understands structure, the form, how the rhyme is laid out. That motherfucker knows what he's doing.
Right.
And we ain't seen a nigga knowing what he's doing at this level in a long time.
Have we ever?
I don't think so.
I don't think we've seen quite that. No.
I done went back and listened to these records and compared them to my greats. Nas, Rakim, Kane, KRS. These niggas to me now sound Run DMC-ish.
Yep.
I gotta be honest.
That's real shit.
It was
It's
Mo D
real
who
Run
first-
DMC-ish.
Man, and this is no diss to them.
Nah, but it's simplistic.
Man.
Cat, hat, rat, that.
Yes.
You know?
Mo D was the first to say, nigga, go back and listen to LL without the emotions of a child.
He's right. When you listen to Jack the Ripper,
When you hear
it's got
today,
energy, but the lyrics is doo-doo.
the lyrics is corny.
But we didn't hear that back then. We just kept feeling it.
When that motherfucker said, go back and listen to that record without the emotions of a child. That nigga said,
Mo D crazy as fuck.
no, but this is the master MC
Right, that's my
explaining.
nigga.
He said, y'all get caught up with the energy. I said, who is y'all? He said, in particular, the West Coast.
That nigga always got a gripe with us.
He was like, no, he was just.
I know, I'm
like,
fucking with Mo.
y'all niggas, y'all come with the energy. It's something about y'all and the energy that y'all bring. And he right about it. That they not like us.
No.
The energy on that bitch is something different.
There's something different. There's
So-
a freedom to it.
He was like, LL got a pass with y'all back then when really he's a hip hop embryo at that time. He's a baby. You fast forward to 24, the nigga 56, you hear him on the record with Eminem.
Ugh, that nigga nasty on that record though.
Yeah.
He nasty on that record.
Now he sound like, oh, he would have dust Mo D's ass off back then.
quickly.
Yeah, it would have been over.
Quickly.
You know? And what a lot of people don't understand is Mo D's favorite record from L is Nitro, from the Walking with a Panther album.
Mm-hmm.
And Mo D told me off rip, he was like, if L would have dropped that record, he would have won the battle.
Yep. But then he kind of won the battle.
Well, no,
as far
he
as
didn't.
public perception.
No,
You don't think so? I heard
And
more
the-
people, kind of roll with LL than
that's from our generation.
true enough.
You got to remember, L is 16 when he drops.
Right.
By the time that second album comes, he's 18.
Yeah.
When L drops 16, Mo is 24 in college.
Right.
So there was a divide back then. A lot of people got to remember, the older people be like, I fuck with Mo D.
Right.
Michael Jordan and them was listening to Mo D when
Yeah.
Jordan was fire.
My
Like,
older brother fuck with Mo D.
do you see what I'm saying? The younger cats, we fuck with L because
Right.
he was around our age.
And we felt that energy.
So L is still 3 years older than us.
Right.
So we looking up at L and we looking at Mo like an old man picking on a youngster. So when L is battling Mo, L's a kid.
So now that LL is an older artist, and we heard that joint with him and Eminem, your assessment is that he's grown as an artist,
Yeah.
okay,
Or as a lyricist.
as a lyricist.
Because you got to remember back then, Mo D, Kane, Melly Mel,
All right.
all these guys,
Coogee
KRS,
Rap,
they
yeah.
all saw LL as a weak lyricist.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, he's superstar.
Yeah.
Oh, talented.
He's hype.
He dope.
Right.
But lyrics? None of them niggas was scared of him lyrically.
So you think that's the reason why, among all of music, it seems like hip hop has an age cap? You think that might be because they're afraid that these niggas might grow up and say something?
No, it's just a young culture.
I mean, because
And
Patti LaBelle can still go do an album, and she 900 years old, but she Patti LaBelle.
she won't remember her lyrics, but that's neither here nor there. But the truth of it is, hip hop is a young art form in the sense that the next young guy that comes up with the next new dance, with the next catchphrase, with the next vibe, that's what the sound is going to be like. And it's unfortunate it's gotten away from some of its roots, which was,
Right.
you can't sound like me, I can't sound like you.
Biting is illegal, and you
Bi-
get your ass beat.
Biting is illegal. You get your ass beat. I got to write my own shit. But we live in a different culture now.
Right. It's
So-
commercialized and commoditized.
Right.
So hip hop's a hoe.
Been a hoe.
Right.
That's what Common said. I used to love her. Can't love a hoe.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Right. I learned my lesson. Shit.
Right?
Yeah. So, Kendrick, or L, let me just say this last piece about L. People like L smoked Eminem on the new record. And I'm like, no,
Energetically, he
no.
felt. That's what I felt.
Again, here we are. That's
Let's
why
go.
Mo be like, y'all can't really see what the fuck is happening because of the energy. And you didn't even remember the Nitro record.
Well, no, I'm old as fuck though.
Me too.
Shit, I don't remember that.
So I'm like, no, he didn't kill Eminem.
Right.
If you go back and listen to it without the energy, why do I gotta listen to it without the energy? So you can see what's happening clearly.
But
Let me give you an
I
example.
don't agree with that shit.
Most people have never heard L rhyme like that.
Right.
I have, and you have,
Right.
even if you don't remember it.
Right. I remember now.
So when we go back and listen to Nitro, we go, oh, that's the ulti-flow. That's
Right.
what he's doing. He's doing the ulti-flow. We've heard L do that before, and that's dope.
Right.
Go back and listen to M's part on the rhyme. The nigga is dropping in triplicate. L is doubling,
Right.
but M is tripling.
Oh, I mean, lyrically and stylistically, he's killing him on that.
So
And who can fuck with M on that?
But hold on, let me give you this. We're doing to M what the East Coast is doing to K-Dot.
Right.
I just don't like his cadence. I don't like what he rhyming about.
Right.
It's a lot of East Coast like I'm not fucking with that West Coast shit.
Right.
And they don't want to give it up. Just give it up. That motherfucker.
They can't really feel it.
Right. They can't feel it.
No.
So same thing happens with M. They be like, I don't relate to the content he raps about. So it's going to be hard for me to see the structure and the skill.
Right.
Which is why you see some people not giving M the credit he deserves as an MC. But I, just like with motherfucking Kobe Bryant and
Right.
Michael Jordan and LeBron, when I hear the players go, no, nigga.
Don't put LeBron above Kobe. Calm down.
So you're seeing MCs that are going, no, nigga.
Right.
Eminem is just,
Well, yeah.
he's fucking retarded. When Rakim, the god of
Flow.
the god of flow, what they call that nigga?
They call him
Rakim
God
Allah,
MC.
God MC.
Right.
When Rakim goes, Eminem,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
His flow is like he took it to a whole nother 2 levels.
so what
Don't make
I'm
no
seeing
sense.
is a lot of people are besmirching Eminem's skill set because he's white and they don't relate,
Oh, that's a lot of that.
and they don't relate to his content.
Well, no, MCs should know better. MCs should know that those is bars. I don't give a fuck if he's green, them is bars.
Those are bars.
Take him off that mic with yours, and if you can't, leave him alone.
Right.
You shouldn't fuck with people that you can't fuck with.
So to me, when I heard, I asked Mo D, I said, Mo D, what do you think about L and Eminem? That nigga said substance abuse.
Snub ass
I
nigga.
said, what? He was like, yeah, substance abuse. I
Fucking
said,
substance abuse.
I said, what you mean? He said, it's such a lack of substance that there's no meaning in what they're doing. I said, Mo, are you hating? Because this shit sounds incredible.
But is he though? I mean,
He
or
was
is
like,
he right?
he was like, just in this generation, there's a lack of substance.
Right.
And I said, well, them 2 niggas ain't from this generation.
True
And he
enough.
was like, I
And when
heard
has
it.
LL ever had substance?
He's never really been substantive like that.
Right.
But that isn't to say he lacked it.
He just never showed us.
He did show us on album number 2, The Breakthrough.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
yeah. Fought with the devil, made him promise to God. I
I
remember that
have
shit.
experience in going all the way to the top.
It's harder than that. We old as fuck.
That motherfucker was going.
He was killing it.
I said, come on.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't substance. It was deeper than he normally
He was
goes.
18. Come on.
Yeah. I forget. My nigga was young. and shit.
Come on.
It was his second album, right?
Come on. So Mo is not hating. What he's saying is, yes, it's dope. It's cool for what it is. It's braggadocious. They going back and forth. But the reason why he says substance abuse is he's saying that is indicative of the whole game.
Right.
Substance abuse.
Right.
There's not enough substance in most of these rap records.
That's intentional.
So
man.
that's what Mo is saying. And that's why, to me, Kendrick right now is the reigning king of this shit, and we got to give him his props.
Oh, you got to give it to him. He's proven it. All you got to do is, I mean, back in the day, if you wanted to dethrone somebody, you battle them. If you don't battle them, shut the fuck up. And
Right.
if hip hop could ever go back to that paradigm to where it's like, well, show up and represent or not, you know, I mean, like
Niggas ain't showing.
Biggie and motherfucking Tupac.
That was the most violent.
Well, yeah, and it was a mess, but Pac took battle to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Right, he took it to a whole different
The
level.
most disrespectful battle of all time.
I mean, I fucked your wife, you know. And the Cool Mo D started that shit because what was it, Busy Bee?
But Modi also says where it has evolved to was not in the spirit.
Well, no, it went beyond an art form and became violence and murder and bullshit. But if your competitor, Cool Mo D, knows that this cat is coming to freestyle,
Right.
old school freestyle is braggadocio.
Right.
Right. So now he's coming with his braggadocio and he's talking about how dope he is. Cool Mo D flipped it and started rapping about that nigga.
No. You gotta understand. Modi was the first to battle like that.
Right. He's the first who turned the gun on you.
The Busy Bee was doing a fucking routine.
Right.
What's your zodiac sign?
Right. He's party rocking.
Say ho!
That was dirty as fuck though.
I'm the coldest motherfucker here. Is it Virgo?
Right? Is it Pisces?
I'm tearing this motherfucker up.
Right. And this nigga flip it and start talking about you.
Mo was the first to say, excuse me, Busy Bee, I don't mean to be bold, but put that ball diddy ball bullshit on hold.
Right.
Like, you gonna say my famous line? He made it personal.
Right. But it changed hip hop.
It did.
Right. This last battle we just had changed hip hop. Things tend to go full circle. Right.
Right.
Now this last battle changed hip hop from the most violent situation that we had with Biggie and Pop, rest in peace. Right. You know, all the way to where we just have. I mean, Drake is just going to have to accept defeat. I don't know if he's going to run off.
It was like calling out a spy.
What you mean?
You know how they said in the Nation of Islam when Malcolm was alive, there were spies.
Well, yeah.
This nigga called out the spy without getting assassinated.
Right.
That's what he did. Like, there he is. He's dressed like us.
Right.
But he's not like us. That's pretty much
right.
Like, hey, you know, he doesn't say things that
right.
You know, that's about our community. He doesn't stand up for nothing.
None of that.
Oh, he did go to Atlanta to get these styles.
Right.
Oh, he does hire ghostwriter. He basically called out the op.
Right.
He's like, you are playing hip hop. You playing the Don and the boss of this thing.
Right.
You not like us.
You're not like us. That was beautiful, man. You really did a great job with that. I mean, the whole thought process. It wasn't just, I'm going to write some shit to diss you. I'm going to strategically beat you in chess 5 moves ahead of your bitch ass. And then say, let's go. From there.
Can you juxtapose Drake and Obama?
What you mean?
Not like us.
Drake as Obama.
Drake and Obama.
Yeah, I see them too. I see them too. I mean, Obama not from here. Obama not like us. Obama didn't have that experience. I mean, he went to school, not too far from where we grew up.
Yeah, Occidental
College, yeah.
Eagle Rock.
Yeah, that's just like right outside of Pasadena.
That's one of the schools he went to. Let's not.
But that cat's from a whole nother world. You know, that's a whole different situation. But he blends in really well. You know, I mean,
look like us.
Condoleezza Rice is. I'm pretty sure she pouring hot sauce on her greens right about now because motherfuckers is about to vote.
All right, let's shift to another story real quick. Aliens may actually be living among us, disguised as humans, or in a base inside the moon, according to new Harvard study. Really?
All right. What do you think about that shit, man?
All right.
Aliens.
Hey,
in a
no
base inside the
disrespect
moon.
though. No disrespect. Billy Carson is the new face of this.
All right.
But I just saw a video. I don't know if Billy Carson did this because anything could be, AI could be behind a lot of shit, right?
Right.
All I know is I had Maxwell Jordan or Jordan Maxwell on my show before. I had I done had a gang of motherfuckers on my show since the ZoWhat show has been around.
Right.
And I saw a clip. Maybe it was, like I said, maybe it was fucking AI. I'm a err and say it was AI. But it was a clip of Billy Carson speaking exactly like Jordan Maxwell. And I verbatim, because I remembered the Jordan Maxwell piece.
Right.
And I said, I saw it on TikTok. I said, is Billy just co-opting motherfuckers who pre-existed him? You know, on this alien shit? When, how, who, where did he come from? How did he become the forerunner on any of this? No disrespect to him. I don't know him.
No.
But listen, on the internet, we got to be careful.
Oh, yeah.
Who pops out? Because some motherfuckers are organically grown and other motherfuckers are placed.
Right. There's plenty of plants there. When they see the algorithm heading a certain way, they put a motherfucker in the right spot to be there at the right time.
I believe that there's aliens on planet Earth.
Oh, yeah. I don't think that it would be, I think it would defy creativity to have one planet with life on it, surrounded by a whole bunch of other planets and all of these other systems. I mean, I would be more creative in that. I would like to think the creator wouldn't be that boring.
Yeah, I don't think God would just have one marble.
It's like, I really like this one. Fuck all y'all. You know, these are going to decorate you at night. These will be your lights.
There's nothing but one marble.
Right. And that's
God,
all I play with.
Nothing, marble.
Yeah.
No.
That's not even that's just not creativity.
Yeah. Nope. Hey, listen. But as usual, I love this conversation. Respect, Zo. I see everybody in here. We got 410 people in here. Sign up. Listen, man, I need y'all to support your brother. You got 400 people. Can we get 100 people? Can we get 50 signups for my new relationship masterclass? onestream.tv/the-relationship-ER. When I tell you this is going to be amazing, everybody should be hitting the like button. Everybody should be hitting the share button. Listen, Super Chat is another way you can support this channel. The Super Chat is the $sign down at the bottom of the chat. You can send us $2, $3, whatever you got. Support. Also, you can send it directly to my Cash App, $ZoWhatNetter. Support your brother right now. But let me get back to this. Harvard says that there are some aliens that have been living on this planet. Everybody want to talk about the Anunnaki. I remember Dr. York was talking about the Anunnaki back in the 90s.
Right.
And when I hear Billy Carson,
he sound like Dr. York
talking about Enlil, Enki.
Yeah. I mean, he sound like he maybe grew up with an elder who was a Nubian or something like that.
That could be true.
Right. Because he sounds a whole lot like Dr. York.
I'm just saying, man, when the whole movie franchises are being co-opted, how many movies have you just watched and said, damn, they did that in Avengers Endgame. Oh,
right.
They did that in Aquaman. Mm-hmm. Oh, they did that in The Matrix. Like, whole storylines are getting co-opted. And I believe that happens a lot on the internet. I'm not specifically saying that Billy Carson does this. I'm just saying shit sound hella familiar.
But now, if he learned that information, found that information to be true to him, and wanted to share it with the public, I mean, isn't that what it's for?
One thing about black folk that I'm starting to recognize is we so spiritually empty, there's no way we're going to give somebody credit.
So you're saying he should credit the source, and I agree.
Cite your source. That's academia.
That's simple academia.
That's academia.
Yeah.
You cite your source when you're trying to be deep, quoting Einstein.
Right.
the insanity is when somebody. Yeah, that's Einstein.
But it could be that he wants to distance himself from Dr. York because of where Dr. York ended up.
Don't matter.
Right. Still cite your
Leave the
source.
shit alone if you can't say where it came from.
Absolutely. That's real shit. I can respect the fuck out of that.
Leave it alone if you can't say where it come from.
Right.
And I'm not saying it comes from Dr. York. I'm just saying Dr. York was one of the early folk.
Right.
I mean, at that time, I don't even know anybody talking about Anunnaki stuff other
than Dr. York.
Other than Zachariah Sitchin.
Right. And Dr. York cited him as a source.
But Dr. York cited Zachariah Sitchin.
That's real shit.
So I'm saying, now we got the brother, I think it's Wesley Muhammad, from the Nation.
Yeah.
Who's doing his iteration of this breakdown as well.
Right.
And I love it when everybody called a white man into question. That's what he doing. He basically saying, okay, Zachariah, you made mistakes. And he's explaining it and calling it into question. And I'm with all of that.
Yeah. Plus he's citing his source.
But that's what I'm saying. Cite your source. Cite where all of the shit come from. Because oftentimes people turn themselves into an expert when really, and I'm not saying this is Billy Carson. I have to keep prefacing that because people will click this shit up and be like, Zoe Williams talking shit about Billy, and that ain't the case.
Start some more beef for nothing.
I'm just saying, cite your source because that lets us know what you read. That means we can go investigate ourselves.
Right, and come to our own conclusions.
And oftentimes the way the internet is set up, niggas is trying to look like an authority. That's why I love Krishnamurti. Krishnamurti is quick to say, the speaker is not important.
Right.
Don't follow me. I'm a flawed motherfucker.
He was like, the speaker wants to know why you are here.
Right.
The fuck you even show up for?
Hey, listen, I got to be honest. Way too many people in here to have this level of support. Listen, we've only gotten 2 cash apps since we've been on the air. $10. It's 400 people in here. I need to know who is really down with Zoe Williams. I got a master class that we are trying to get you guys onto. We got this. We got my cash app. We got the super chat. Who's going to show up and support? We got one super chat for $4.99. Let me shout. Who is this? Nasheed Waters. Shout out to you. Is the Jordan Maxwell vid on your YouTube? It's not on my YouTube. Well, it might be. You'd have to go through all the damn videos that I have. I got 1,800 videos on this channel. But we had Jordan Maxwell on The Voice of Reason when I was at Sirius XM on Jamie Foxx's Foxhole Radio. Jordan Maxwell was actually on the show. And he was mad as fuck.
What was he mad at?
He was like, I am so fucking sick and tired of explaining the occult to people. I'm so sick of explaining the hidden Masonic meanings of shit to people. He said, I'm so tired of explaining astrology and the metaphysical meaning. He said, I'm tired of all of that. I said, why? He said, because people are stupid. And they've been programmed to be stupid. And he said, stupid and comfortable are the worst combination you can have.
It's like that movie Planet of the Apes when Caesar was talking to the orangutan and he's explaining how with one stick you're breakable, but he put a bunch of them together, you got resistance, you're strong. And the orangutan is like, yeah, but monkeys are stupid. Yeah, and that's your problem. And that was Malcolm X's problem, right. King's problem, is right. The people who you're surrounded by are followers. And just so happens that they're stupid.
Stupid. And this is no disrespect. Do you know stupid is conditioned into society? Stupidity can't work without fear. Stupidity, fear, ego, none of this shit could work without conditioning.
And consent.
Well, consent has to be programmed. Because, nigga, what? You want me to do what?
Right.
Right?
It's like,
That's the natural inclination of human beings. What? What is
Right.
that?
Till they hit you with something.
Like, what the fuck you mean? Explain. That's a part of questioning is a part of intelligence. And if human beings are the most intelligent, which we're not, but we're one of the higher forms of intelligence on this planet, to the point where we can be in control of the planet.
Right.
Even over sentient beings that are technically more intelligent.
Right.
Some real shit happening in the world right now. Stupidity is conditioned, right, into humanity. The reason being is because how you gonna control them? Religion means to bind.
Absolutely.
Not physically, motherfucker, psychologically.
Right.
If I can control your thoughts, because thoughts become things, let me condition you to create inferior things.
And you'll police yourself and your children.
Well, nigga, this is the Green Lantern. So Green Lantern has the power of the green light.
Right.
El Kidr, the green light.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Is the power of will. Willpower. Green light.
Right.
You say, Green Lantern, Hal. Nigga, Hal or what's the brother Green Lantern?
Oh,
I forgot his
think
name.
of that brother's name
There's a brother who plays Green Lantern.
for a hot minute.
When you see his backstory, John somebody, he's a military dude.
Right, right.
You see his backstory, he say, okay, he got the Green Lantern ring. This nigga's the new Green Lantern for this sector. And you say, well, what do you do, or how are you training to create your thought constructs? Is that what this is? Yeah,
Right.
the more you train, the stronger your thought constructs become.
Right.
John Stewart.
John Stewart.
You be like, what the fuck? That's what the Green... And what is Green Lantern's mortal enemy? Who is? Sinestro.
With the yellow shit.
With the yellow. He represents fear. Yellow is fear, the yellowback niggas. Sinestro comes from the Greek word sinister, which means left-handed. You say, oh, none of this shit is based on nothing, nigga.
No, it's all based on some shit. They're not that creative.
All that shit come from us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the chakras. You know, you got the red lanterns, the angry motherfuckers. You got the white lanterns.
Right.
There's a black lantern, green, yellow, red, purple, all that shit. It's the chakras, chakra centers. But green is willpower.
Right.
And its mortal enemy is fear.
Fear.
So this shit is conditioned. You better be afraid of the government. You better be afraid of God.
Right. And it only works if you believe that shit. But then it's like Willie Lynch. You know, take the strongest buck and beat him and separate him and do all this torturous terrorism in front of the mother and the children, especially the ones holding their male sons, right? Their male children, so that you can program her to do your work for you and program him to fear this punishment.
That's Willie Lynch.
Yeah. Then somebody steps outside of it, stands up, rages against that machine, gets assassinated. And that's the same process. The one that was bold enough and buck enough to stand up, we're going to kill this nigga ugly in public.
Now let's go deeper. Do you know why it's important to condition niggas all over the world, keep you confused about being everywhereans.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we're from Turtle Island. We were already here. Nigga, we were already everywhere.
Right.
Let's just do that. We're already everywhere. Okay?
It's not a hard concept to grasp if motherfuckers wasn't busy waving their flags.
Everybody's waving a flag of a continent. We are earthlings.
Now, it's nice to know where you're from, who your ancestors are, and whatnot. I know I've done my genealogy and found my fourth great-grandfather was born a year before the founding of this country. That's 1775, right?
He wants me to look up some of my shit because apparently we overlapping down there. And
I kind of think we cousins. I'm just saying you need to go ahead and check it out because I found a few Williams in there. But yeah, from your town. But no, the fact is that we were here, right? And that's not to say any disrespect to Africa. You know, I believe that Africans are aboriginal to that continent.
Listen.
I believe we're aboriginal to this one. Papua New Guinea, same shit. But we all are from this planet.
We earthlings.
Yeah.
And it's going to come out at some point. We got to condition the niggas to not know who the fuck they are. Because if they unlock some shit in themselves,
right,
something extraordinary might happen on this planet.
These niggas is X-Men.
Right.
And they don't realize.
These motherfuckers already done created a Prince and a Michael Jackson from oppression.
Right, and you've been listening to somebody who's allergic to the fucking sun. Sun.
Listen, fuck around and find out.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's something in us. All of us go back to the South.
Mm-hmm.
If we going back to the South, there's two potential origins. There's a slave origin and there's a native origin.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not act like the natives and the slaves wasn't hooking up and fucking.
Oh, the natives were the slaves.
But the point is, free,
right,
slave, native, mulatto, whatever term, we was all them people, except the white folk.
Except the white folk.
And all I'm saying is that mingling is not just a mingling there. Go back 12 generations. That's 254 grandmamas.
It's gonna be difficult to figure some shit out.
Nigga, go back go back 100 generations.
Right.
This is why Ifa says your first ancestor is God.
Exactly.
Back to this Harvard shit. It's aliens. Nigga, we gonna fuck around and find out who Mama and Papa is. Sky Mama and Sky Papa.
Right.
We gonna find out, this is gonna make everywhereans make more sense. Oh, we're just Earth's version of black folk. When that come out, you mean the Pleiades got a version of nigga?
I mean,
that's gonna fuck everything
the
up.
fucking sun is a star, and these are planets orbiting it, and we look up and see nothing but stars.
Right.
It's like, for that to come out and fuck everything up means that everybody been dumb as fuck for a long ass time. You didn't come to that conclusion on your own.
No.
Shit, that's just dumb as fuck.
No. You listen, Biggie, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, these niggas is closing their eyes and writing whole motherfucking rhymes and memorizing these bitches 30 minutes before they go into the studio.
Right.
That's some alien shit.
That's different shit.
What the fuck? See, you want to see the aliens as the white man depicts them. This motherfucker with the little laser. Nigga, alien is that kind of shit. This motherfucker said, play the beat again. Jesus, the notorious. Oh no, play it again.
Not too long after that.
And then, all right, I'm ready. Let me go in the studio. That's alien shit.
That's real shit, though. That's alien shit. What's his name? Hitler and his Nazis in the motherfucking Olympics. Supposedly, he had bred with these different beings to create these alien hybrids. But they couldn't stop that nigga with that cornbread and that red beans and rice.
Hey, what about that black man? Y'all remember that black man? What's the black man? The black Jesus that they killed a gang of times and he kept coming back?
Who the fuck is you talking about?
Hey, what's the black man's name? They know who I'm talking about. They kept killing him. Then they convinced the motherfucker to get on a plane. Then they killed him on the plane, chopped his body up, put his body in a gang of different...
Are you talking about a movie?
This is real shit.
What the fuck is you talking about?
Hey, what's his name, y'all? Y'all know who I'm talking about. It's even white people talking about this dude.
Who is this nigga?
Simeon Toko.
Oh, come on. There's a real motherfucker.
Look up the video. Find the video of Simeon Toko. This motherfucker.
Simeon Toko of Angola.
Yeah. Motherfucker exhibited miracles.
Superhuman abilities.
Like Jesus. Then they get him on a plane. Poet. They get the man on a plane. They shoot him in the head, chop his body up, put him in a whole bunch of different containers, fly that shit to all different parts of the world so he can't reconstruct.
Osiris his ass.
Yes. Then the motherfucker appeared in their office. Like, listen, peep game. All right, y'all niggas prove your point. I'ma leave, but guess what? In the future, is gonna be more of me coming.
Wow. And we gonna fuck y'all up. Nah, for real though, that's crazy as hell. I never heard of that.
Listen, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, what the fuck do you think ancient spirituality is? Ancient spirituality is really it's really physics.
It's alchemy.
It's physics, alchemy, that's the Arabic word, same thing, the black, study of the black. Black what? Study of the unknown. Alchemy, that's all that is.
Mm-hmm. The story of Simeon Toko, the black Jeep. I never heard of this motherfucker, man.
And I believe that the white man has conditioned us to believe that all we are is talented.
Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with the fact that we might be divine. It just happens that we're talented, gifted, lucky even.
So you mean to tell me all these Anunnaki stories and all these biblical stories, and the sons of God came and saw the daughters of man.
And there were giants on the earth.
And there were giants on the earth, and man chose all that he could take. And they gave birth to the great ones.
And there were giants on the earth at this time.
Right. What the fuck? And then the Anunnaki did the same thing. Oh, and the Anunnaki is talking about genetic engineering and splicing. Oh, and they're talking about the million year, 150, 100, what is it, 100,000, 150, what, a million year gap between Homo erectus
and Homo sapiens.
And Homo sapiens sapien. Somebody did some genetic splicing. And who came out with the best of it?
The ones without the solar allergy?
How about that?
I'm just saying.
I mean, no disrespect. I'm just saying.
Just a fucking fact.
Something that's different. And you mean to tell me, ever since they became self-aware and self-conscious, they said, we got to suppress them niggas.
Right.
You see, them motherfuckers built pyramids and shit aligned with the universe and the stars and what the fuck?
The Moors took over the known world in what, like 65, 67 years? I mean, one man's fucking lifetime, you take over the known world, they don't never want you to be in charge again.
And then here,
shit.
We got pyramid builders over there, we got mound builders over here.
Right. Same shit.
Same shit.
The Mississippi had pyramids up and down.
The Mississippi is
the
Nile of America.
It's the Nile, period.
But it's the Nile of America. Africa's got a Nile. America has a Nile.
Mm-hmm. I mean, clearly, you know, the same science, I guess what they call it, Pythagorean, his bitch ass didn't make it up, but the same
Byterian.
Right, Byterian, Thieverean theorem.
The
right?
Thieverean theorem.
Right. His ass stole the concept, but pyramids were here, pyramids were there. There was obviously traveling back and forth, trade and whatnot.
That's how the pharaohs got cocaine.
Because they sure wasn't growing
We
it
had
there.
cousins over here in the Americas.
I mean, every African in the world eats fufu, right? There ain't no African American fufu recipe, but when I looked it up, fufu comes from the cassava plant. That's an American plant. You know, so at the end of the day, there's a lot more to what they're not telling us. And that's
Sure.
dividing and conquering.
Sure, but listen, if you're in a position to be told some shit, you're a weakling anyway.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Anytime you got to convince somebody to fight for what they should have taken and probably should have never lost.
And I'm going to tell y'all something else, man. Me, Terrence Howard, Billy Carson, I don't give a fuck who it is. Press all of us. Stop getting so caught up. You know, I like hearing Terrence Howard. That motherfucker said some deep shit. I don't know if he said some deep shit.
Right. It sounded deep.
Sounds smart.
And I'm not saying it's not.
Be skeptical of all of it.
Question everything. That's intelligence.
Niggas running off. You know how many motherfuckers sent me the Terrence Howard shit? Hey, man, this shit deep than a motherfucker. How do you know? By what criteria did you arrive?
Right.
You know, what stringent test did you put it through?
Niggas hear shit they don't understand and say, okay, well, I don't understand what the fuck he's saying. I don't want to sound stupid, so I'm going to nod my head.
Right.
And play along. You know, and if everybody else does that shit, then nobody will know that the emperor is naked.
Man, you seen how Neil deGrasse walked him through
Right.
that?
Like, hey, hold up. He slow walked him.
And Neil deGrasse could be wrong.
And if you don't do the research and your due diligence, you won't know which one of these niggas to follow because you're a follower.
Right. This is the point that I'm saying about when I say Neil deGrasse could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not a theoretical physicist,
How can you fact check him?
how can you don't know?
How the fuck you gonna fact check him?
Niggas hear some shit, and I'm gonna tell you, if it's articulate, they be like, yeah.
He deep though. He deep though. You ever hear that shit?
Somebody
though?
said Neil was petty as fuck, though. No, he wasn't. He told you exactly how scientists peer review each other.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say anything negative, disparaging, denigrating,
No, he really
or
didn't.
disrespectful.
And he paid him the respect to read all his shit and respond to all of it.
He's a fuck. Scientists don't be reading just random nigga shit. You gonna send me 36 pages or something,
I got
and
time
you
for
not
that.
a scientist?
No, I mean I think he gave a level of respect too.
He was like, oh shit, you understand some principles
Right.
really deeply.
Right.
Okay, well, let me treat you the way I would treat Stephen Hawking.
Mm-hmm. Right. I thought you was just Terrence Howard, man. But if you deeper than that, then let's go.
If you deeper than that,
Right.
man,
And you might fuck around and learn something. Or vice
put it
versa.
this way. Leonard Susskind, professor of physics at Stanford, and this other dude named E. Tuft, he's a motherfucking physics professor in Austria.
All right.
These niggas was in a 20-year argument with Stephen Hawkins, motherfucker in the wheelchair.
About what?
Stephen Hawkins was like, nigga, my mathematics is perfect. And my math says a black hole consumes everything.
Mm-hmm.
Energy,
Light.
everything. Light, everything is gone, and it's gone forever.
What was the argument?
They was like, that's counterintuitive. Because according to physics, energy can never be destroyed. It can only change form.
Absolutely.
And it was like, and energy and information are the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Energy, information, consciousness, that's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So these things can't be destroyed.
So then the black hole isn't the death. The black hole is a door.
No, what Hawkins said was, even the information is gone. They was like, nah, nigga. And Hawkins was like, prove me wrong.
They haven't done it yet.
And they couldn't prove the motherfucker wrong.
Mm-hmm.
20 years later, they come out with the holographic principle.
Right.
And the holographic principle proved Stephen Hawking's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because the holographic principle says, yeah, the black hole consumes everything except the information. The information is encoded on the event horizon as ones and zeros.
Mm.
Just like a CD records music, the black hole records the information of what's consumed. And the math checked out. And even Stephen Hawkins was like, yo, took you 20 years.
But you got me.
But you got me. That's what scientists do to each other when they
Right.
peer review.
Mm-hmm.
I saw what Terrence was like, man, he shitted on other scientists. He pointed out historical things about other scientists. And he was like, Tesla, Neil deGrasse was like, Tesla was a bit fringe.
Right.
Yeah, he gonna be fringe because he was ahead of motherfuckers.
Right. So you're gonna disagree until you learn.
So I'm with him saying he was fringe.
Yeah. I don't necessarily have to agree or disagree because he's right. He was fringe.
He was fringe.
But I get why.
And he was dealing with shit that motherfuckers couldn't comprehend. So I understand why he would be seen as fringe.
Right. Absolutely.
You know who else was seen as fringe? You know who else got fucked over by the scientific community?
What, Galileo?
No. Dr. David Bohm.
Who?
The motherfucker who sat down with Krishnamurti.
Okay.
It was David Bohm. That motherfucker, David Bohm, is the motherfucker who brought all these white people into Krishnamurti's shit. And I'm talking about the Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was able to contextualize what Krishnamurti was saying. Nobody could clearly understand him. Do you know it was David Bohm?
B-A-U-M, B-A-U-M-B?
No, B-O.
Okay, Bomb.
H-M.
Okay.
He wrote a book called Wholeness and the Implicate Order. He was one of the first people to talk about this holographic principle through something called the hollow movement. You have the implicate order and the explicate order. That's Bohmian mechanics. Einstein called David Bohm his spiritual son.
He's the dude who wrote the holographic universe.
No. The dude who wrote the holographic universe is Michael M. Talbot. That's a different author.
Okay,
David
Bohm created the principle, is what you're saying.
No, he was one of the first people to frame the universe as a holographic movement called the hollow movement. You could read about this in his book called Wholeness and the Implicate Order. And what David Bohm was trying to do was reconcile the apparent difference between quantum mechanics and relativity theory.
The apparent difference.
Yes, because they're different.
Right, and so this had Einstein agreeing with him and calling him
Einstein. He wrote a letter to Einstein, and Einstein was like, "Oh," he was like, "I would love." He said, "I'm intrigued by your idea, and I would love to see how you can marry these two because I don't think they could be married."
Right. That's respect.
But he goes to Princeton, I think, and he meets Einstein. They become close. They become friends. Einstein later calls Bohm his spiritual son.
Right.
It was because of this, the motherfucker works with Oppenheimer on the nuclear bomb.
Right.
Or the atomic bomb, nuclear bomb, whatever.
Atomic bomb.
I think it was nuclear.
Oppenheimer?
Was it nuclear or
I think it was
atomic?
Atomic, that's Hiroshima, right?
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, it's atomic.
So Bohm is working with them. Do you know they iced Bohm out? Because Bohm wrote a paper that married relativity and quantum mechanics.
Right.
Married the two.
Right.
And he was trying to get people to look at this paper, but they was ignoring it.
Mm-hmm.
One of Oppenheimer's students got the paper from, I guess got it from Baum. He gives it to Oppenheimer. The student says, tell us what's wrong with it. He was like, ain't nothing wrong with it.
Right, it's just real shit.
He said, but if we can't prove him wrong, we're going to have to ignore him.
Damn. Because we don't want
That's what Oppenheimer said about Baum.
We're going to have to freeze this nigga out.
We got
Call him crazy.
Listen, if we can't prove this motherfucker wrong, he said, what's wrong with that paper? Ain't nothing wrong with that paper.
We're going to have to Kanye this nigga.
Okay, so if nobody can prove him wrong, all right, then we got to ignore him.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened to David Baum. So now he connects with Krishnamurti.
This is after the fact.
Yes. Man, he'll say some shit, and Krishnamurti, he'll say some shit, and he'll be like, recontextualize it. And Krishnamurti, yes, exactly. That is exactly right. Motherfuckers was like, this nigga's like Krishnamurti's interpreter.
Right. He explains that shit to where we can eat that shit.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Listen, man, I'm just walking y'all through a couple of processes, man. This shit is, at the end of the day, don't trust or believe shit anybody got to say. Everybody's out for themselves, from my opinion. Everybody want to get, are they putting the book in there? Look at that. Now, let me tell you right now, niggas don't like reading magazines. Wholeness and the Implicate Order ain't an easy read, my nigga. It's got mathematical equations and shit in it. Listen, if you only went to trigonometry, you might not understand the math. Hey, Big T, thank you for the Cash App or the Super Chat. We appreciate everybody showing their love, man. Please continue to support, okay? All right? Please continue showing your support. Can y'all do that? We about to get out of here in a few minutes. Hey, listen, sister, can you play the relationship ER clip one more time? I want you guys to go there. This is a real big push for my master class. August the 3rd and 4th.
3rd and 4th.
Please support what we doing right now. Play that clip for us. Can they hear it? Can we? There.
Everybody ain't your soulmate. Everybody ain't your person. Everybody ain't your twin flame. Everybody don't love you. Some of your friends is trying to kill you. I'm handing out free game. Women and men have incredible intuition, but mostly you find neither one of us ever listen. We never pay attention to it. We fuck up and then we act like we meant to do it. We react without acknowledging the fact that we act exactly like whatever we hate. We attract what we vibrate. We lash out in a volatile mind state. We cultivate that shit and let it migrate. We love to hate. Watch what you vibrate. You are in control of the choices you make. They will dictate the journey of your soul. The things you release and the things that you hold. For wisdom is better than gold. Everybody ain't your soulmate. Everybody ain't your person. Everybody ain't your twin flame. Everybody don't love you. Some of your friends is trying to kill you. I'm handing out free game. Women and men have incredible intuition. intuition, but mostly you find neither one of us ever listen. We never pay attention to it. We fuck up and then we act like we meant to do it. We react without acknowledging the fact that we act exactly like whatever we hate. We attract what we vibrate. We lash out in a volatile mind state. We cultivate that shit and let it migrate. We love to hate. Watch what you vibrate. You are in control of the choices you make. They will dictate the journey of your soul. The things you release and the things that you hold. For wisdom is better than gold.
You know what, poet? Boy, you still got it.
You don't lose it. It's like riding a bike.
Y'all don't know. Truth wrote and performed these records, man. I'm like, see, let me tell you something about
Here your ass go.
when I used to rhyme, you know, we used to push each other, right? We definitely used to push each other. But this motherfucker was always gifted. I remember when this motherfucker right here, first off, his dad, one of the coldest poets I've ever experienced in my life.
He's cold.
Like, what was the name of that poem he wrote?
The Many Gods There Are?
Not that one. That one was crazy. The Many Gods There Are. No, but the one where he writes about his anger and frustration with his illness.
Oh, no. You're talking about, it's about Alzheimer's.
About Alzheimer's.
Right, but no, he wrote that before he had Alzheimer's.
I know.
Right? He wrote that, I guess, about observing his grandmother. Right? That's a cold piece, man.
Shit crazy.
I sent you that joint.
I know.
Yeah, that's a cold piece right there.
This shit's crazy. So, poet comes from a poet, comes from a writer. I've been calling him poet ever since we was kids because that's just what his name was then. So, I remember him and his brother, John, rest in peace, brother, we love you. King. So, these motherfuckers are just in the house. John is the older brother, and these motherfuckers decide, well, we're gonna battle each other.
Nah, he out the blue was like, I bet you I could write a better rhyme than you.
Right.
Right? And I'm like, write a rhyme? Like, I wasn't even thinking about no shit like that.
Right.
And he's like, the one who writes the best rhyme will go on to be the best rapper in Pasadena. And the one who doesn't has to leave it alone.
Has to leave it alone.
I don't even know why he came up with this, but his rhyme was dope.
No, because I remember your rhyme.
Well, no, mine was a higher caliber, but he was better than a lot of niggas I battled.
And he was the little brother. He was the little. This nigga's rhyme was his first rhyme. Was what the? I remember the nigga. He bust a rhyme for me. I said, God, what the fuck? This your first rhyme?
I battled niggas with that shit too.
He did. This the lions walk and stalk ass and tall grass.
Damn, nigga,
I'm
you
insane going. You remember that shit?
I don't remember none of that shit, man.
That nigga boy, lions walk
like
and stalk ass and tall grass. I'm insane, cracking your brain like stained glass.
Man.
I was like, what the fuck?
I don't remember none of that shit.
That nigga came with it. Even his brother said, well, never mind.
Yeah, he conceded that shit right quick.
And he was the type of nigga that wouldn't concede nothing.
Nah, he was like, nah, that's some shit you can do.
You does that, right?
I missed that nigga right there, man.
So for me, I had to struggle to try to rhyme. I was like, hell no, poet ain't just finna be out here rhyming himself. I'm finna do this shit too. It took me a minute to cultivate my shit.
But you started taking niggas down.
But once I figured it out, I was like,
taking niggas down.
Yeah, I remember that. That shit was crazy. But poet has always been uber gifted with this shit. He said, I gotta find you, bro. Yeah. Poet has always been super gifted with this shit. And when we talked about this fucking master class, he was like, oh shit, let me put some shit on this video. And then when I heard the record, I said, what the fuck? So later on, I go into the music industry. Poet is still rhyming. I get this nigga a record deal. Him and the homie. I give him a record deal. These motherfuckers had something incredible going on. It didn't happen the way it was supposed to happen, but he's always been on top of his game. And then as we getting older, he's still rhyming. He called me and said, what do you think? And I started grilling his ass. Do it again. Write it another way. Think of it this way. Go in this direction, you know.
Right.
And then that motherfucker start writing some shit that I found to be absolutely incredible. This record is one of them. What's the name of that record?
Well, the one you just played?
Yeah.
Oh, well, the actual version of that is called Trust Me. And it's on the album called the Grumpy Old Dude album.
That's on that album. That's where I remember it from.
Yeah, it's from the Grumpy Old Dude album. And that's not the album that you played back in the day. I don't think your listeners ever heard this album.
I know they haven't heard this album.
Yeah.
But you came on here and promoted it once.
Yeah, but what's her name? I can't think of the sister behind the engineer, but she couldn't play it.
Right. I wonder if we could play a little clip of it now. The Grumpy Old Dude situation.
I believe I sent it.
They said put up the socials. They want to follow you.
All right. Well,
what's your social media?
You can hit me at Reginald King at century21.org. That is CENTURY 21, not the 21, but the TWENTYONE. I got some websites that are in construction right now. And so if you hit me there, then I can direct you everywhere you need to be. Reginald, REGINALD KING at CENTURYTWENTYONE.org.
Century 21.
That is my nonprofit corporation designed to help people become better entrepreneurs instead of better employees.
Ooh. Somebody said we still need to hear a Zo track.
Well, I've been trying to get him in the studio, but he said he retired.
I am. I was on some different shit back.
It was beastly with it.
Once I figured out what I was doing, I was like, oh, okay. You know, I was all right.
I'm pretty sure you could find some shit on YouTube or something. You never post nothing? You and Laquan and now?
Now, if I call Laquan,
he got some shit.
Laquan got some shit, and y'all remember Laquan? He's from the 90s. He only had like one little hit record, Now As the Beat Turns.
Wow, that's right, that was him.
That was Laquan. Me and Laquan later become a group together before I become a music executive at Loud Records.
Right.
And we had a record called Pause, Kick It.
Listen to me, rip it.
Pause, kick it. Listen to me. It's some 90s fly shit.
Right.
That shit was fire.
Right. It had kind of a Black Street type beat kind of vibe.
No, it was more like
not Black Street, but Black Sheep.
Black Sheep, yeah. It was more like that. That shit was crazy. Then we had one record called The Sons of Canaan.
I don't remember that joke.
Yeah, we was listen. Hey, me and Laquan was wildin'.
I don't remember that. Who produced that shit? That was Broadway?
Broadway.
What?
Come on, man.
Yeah, I gotta check that out myself.
Yeah, man. Broadway had one tape. You remember when Freeze Love was doing the radio?
Yeah.
And there was it was this 4th of July event in Dina, and Freeze Love was over by the Rose Bowl, and they had like a boat, and these motherfuckers was broadcasting from that boat, and this is on cassette.
Right.
Nigga, Broadway asked me to get on that motherfucker, and I destroyed. And many years later, Broadway played it for me. It was like, nigga, do you know how ill your ass was? And I don't even remember the rhyme.
It be like that sometimes, man. You was quoting some shit I sure as hell couldn't remember.
I don't remember the rhyme. I do remember your first rhyme, though. Lions walk and stalk ass in tall grass. I'm insane, cracking your brain like stained glass. I said,
the fuck, nigga, I was like 13,
this
12
nigga was
years old.
13. I said, what the fuck? I said, we rhyming today, nigga. Fuck that.
This nigga ain't gonna be stalking ass in tall grass.
I said, God damn, okay, we rhyming today. It's over for you, John. And then I remember he had a battle with this sister, Rapping K.
Kelly, yeah.
In front of Marshall Freeze.
She whooped my ass, too.
She only destroyed him because he only had one rhyme.
Right. But we battled for a minute, though. I was off the top of the head for a minute.
Man, she had you surrounded. The whole school had you pinned against that fucking light pole, and she just kept rhyming.
She was killing me.
He only had one rhyme. Somebody said, yo, that B-turn joint is in my rotation right now. I didn't know that was you. No, that was Laquan. That was Laquan's first single.
Right.
Then later, Laquan and I become a group.
You know, if you can find some music from that album.
Broadway got all that shit.
Oh, yeah. Broadway's an archivist.
Yeah.
That nigga played me some shit from Discipline.
No, he's got the whole Discipline album.
Yeah, that shit is actually fire. That shit is actually fire.
Come on, man.
Hey, man. I'm saying.
That's the record deal I got y'all right there.
That shit is hot.
And that's what, Broadway asked me to come to the motherfucking crib. He's like, this is like a year ago. Broadway was like, yo, man, come up here and listen to this shit, nigga, and tell me that I ain't insane. And I said, what do you mean? He was like, nigga, the Discipline shit is crazy. And I was telling him, I said, yo, I told you then it was nuts. Mm-hmm. Imagine NWA, Public Enemy, Outkast, and Volume 10 all rolled into one group.
Discipline was sick as fuck. It really was.
I named all of the Outkast, Goody Mob, Volume 10, Public Enemy, NWA, all in one group.
Yeah.
We didn't know what the fuck we had.
No, we didn't know what the fuck we was making.
We was in our 20s. We don't know what we making, and we destroying it as we're making it.
Yep.
So, this is in the 90s. These niggas is rapping about spaceships and shit. Motherfuckers is rapping on medieval flutes. That paper chase shit.
Right, that shit was hot.
Man, I played that shit for Freddie the Man at Maverick Records. He was like, he's a white man, Italian. He don't know shit about hip hop. He like, what in the entire fuck is this? Motherfuckers, the whole staff was in there like, the paper chase. Like, what the fuck?
I remember Joe made that beat like in 5 minutes. Nigga.
Shit's bananas. But we fuck it up because we don't understand. Well, I'm going to say this. Broadway didn't understand how to be a producer yet. He was still young. Mm-hmm. And Broadway's producer mind is, I have a vision for you.
That's exactly what happened.
And that's the problem.
He was trying to turn us into gangsters.
That's why he was like, y'all should say some gangster rhymes and rhyme, because that's what was happening there. Right. But y'all niggas was on some intergalactic gumbo, spiritual gangster. It was an amalgamation of a gang of things happening. And I think he wanted to focus more on, but nigga, that dump record.
Yeah, I mean, that record was dope, but I mean, it wasn't me.
It wasn't.
You know, I made it, I wrote it, all the lyrics was dope, but if you listen to it, you can't really feel me in that. I'm killing I did a pretty good job.
I think you're wrong.
But I was faking the fucking funk, though.
I think you're wrong. I went up, as he said, man, come up here and listen to this album we did. What was it, 94?
Yeah, like 94.
He was like, come up here. I found the whole track. I got the whole album. It's all mixed and mastered. Come up here and listen to this shit and tell me if I'm insane. Nigga, I sat down. Focus.
Ooh, that was my joint.
Nigga, I said, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was my joint right there.
Freeway.
If you release a lot of that shit right now,
I was like,
it'll bang right now.
nigga, the shit, it was banging. I was like, oh, we can put this out. I immediately go to, did you call these niggas and tell them we gonna put this out? Put this shit out.
Shit, man.
Say, baby, you don't have to worry. It's gonna be all right. I mean, he was like, what the fuck is this? Shit. It was, I'm telling you, it had the spirit of Funkadelic.
Right.
It had the spirit of NWA. It had the spirit of PE. What is nigga, the symphonies of Lucifer and
Right.
The Night Can't Lead the Blind.
The night never leaves the blind. That shit was sick as hell. That's that nigga I can't. That nigga's a beast. That nigga's a beast.
What was the Symphonies of Lucifer? What was the other one?
That was The Night Never Leaves the Blind. Focus.
The boom. Dun-ga-dun-ga-dun.
Oh, damn. I can't
Stomp, stomp, stomp on the evil one's head. To the nigga.
Nigga. That
Tell me
nigga
what
crazy.
the devil tree and leave his ass for dead. That motherfucker.
Whatever happened to that nigga?
God damn.
Shit. That's a hell of an album, though, man. It's like we had the greatest organization the black man has ever known, and niggas ruined it.
We just didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know what we.
That's all it was, man.
That's all.
That's all that was.
Broadway was like more gangster.
Right.
But y'all was like more metaphysics and spirituality. Shit was crazy. Huh?
Video.
What video? You found a video?
Yeah, I can't get it though.
A video of what?
His video
From the album, I sent her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, we had fun chopping it up today. This was good. I really appreciate any and everybody who found it in the kindness of their heart to support. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we got 6 Cash Apps today. I appreciate it.
Indeed.
I'm glad you guys did whatever you could do. Again, like I said, appreciate you guys for showing your love. Appreciate you guys for having our back. I'm gonna tell you right now, man, sign up to my masterclass. It's going to be extraordinary. What I have set up for you guys, the curriculum that we're writing, the curriculum that we're putting together, it's all based on my newest book. My book isn't out yet. I've been holding a lot of it very close to the vest. I don't want to reveal too much of it because I already know we live in a sightless community. Motherfuckers will be like, oh, Zo said, but they won't say Zo said it.
Right.
So this whole new concept that I have will be revealed in this masterclass, and I really want you guys to get a eyeful and an earful. You're gonna enjoy it. Sign up to the website onestream.tv/TheRelationshipER. And like I said, everybody that hit my Cash App, everybody that hit the super chat, we appreciate it. We expect people to show up and show out. There will not be a show tonight on KBLA Talk 1580. Your brother Zo got to drive up to Fresno to pick up his granddaughter.
That's right. Nuri Boots.
Nuri Boots is waiting on Papa.
That's what's up.
I can't have Nuri Boots just post it. You know what I mean? So, again, we appreciate everybody for tapping in. Thank you guys for showing up, showing out. Support all the black-owned businesses that we talked about. Total Package Energy.
Come to the masterclass. Check it out.
Come to the masterclass for
fire.
sure. Yeah. So y'all continue to support. Nothing but love. I appreciate y'all. We out. Deuces.
Yay, yay.